Alright, got another quick video for you on graphing a line. We have two key parts that we need to look at. Right here, it's y equals mx plus b, and that b is called our y-intercept. So it's telling us where to begin on our y-axis. So I'm going to start this one at -2 on my y-axis. So y to the sky, if you ever forget, that's the one you want to start on. Now, see that negative right there? Don't put it out in front. Make sure that makes it up to the top up there. It's a lot easier to handle up there. And that is called my slope. So this m is your slope, and it's your rise over your run. So it's telling you how to get to the next point. So starting at the first point, we need to go down 3 over 2. So down 3, 1, 2, 3 over 2. So down 3, oops, let me make sure I got that again. Down 1, 2, 3 over 2. Now I can see that that's going to be a negative line. I can't fit in enough points, so I'm going to have to go up and back, okay? So up 3, back 2. So another way of writing -3 over 2 would be to write 3 over -2. And that's how we got that other point right there. Up 3, back 2. Connect your points, and you've got a line. Let's look at another example. This one is not in slope-intercept form yet. So we're going to have to do it ourselves. So it doesn't say y equals, it says 3x minus y equals 1. So the first thing you have to remember is that that negative belongs to your y, not to the 3x. So I need to put in our -1y there so I don't lose it. Next thing, my 3x is on the wrong side. I want to stick it in front of the 1. So this is really saying -1y equals, switch the side, switch the sign, -3x plus 1. Our next goal is to get rid of that -1. So we need to get rid of that coefficient by dividing everything by it. So I got y equals, a negative over a negative is a positive, so you don't need to repeat that negative twice. But this one, a positive over a negative, we do want to go ahead and simplify that. Now, notice I left this one as a fraction, not that one. Our slope is our rise over run, so we like it as a fraction. So if it's not already a fraction, put it over 1. So this one says it's going to start at -1. There it is. Then I need to go up 3, 1, 2, 3, over 1, up 1, 2, 3, over 1. If you want, you could also go the backwards. So down 3, backwards 1. So 3 over 1 is the same as saying -3 over -1, just like we saw up there. And there you go. Connect your points, and you have your line. All right, next problem is actually just giving us an x-intercept and a y-intercept and asking us to graph this line. Now, it might be a little hard to read because the printing's a little off on us, but that just says equals 3, and our y-intercept equals -3. So let me rewrite that again. So this one's +3, this one's -3. So my x-intercept on my x-axis is +3. My y-intercept on my y-axis is -3. 2 points are enough, and there you go. There's a line. So that was more about vocabulary. Do you know where your x-intercept is? Do you know where your y-intercept is? All right, 2 more, and then we're done. This one is an inequality. So first off, it looks like I'm missing my slope here. It's a ninja. We're going to graph this one the same as our regular line, and then we're going to do some shading. That's how the inequality is different. Also remember that if you have the or equals to, we have a solid line. If we have the without the or equal to, then it is a dashed line. I don't know what that E was up there. So we'll go it like this, or a solid line. This one has the or equal to, so we get to use a solid line. So I'm going to start it at my normal y-intercept, -2. And then I get to go up 1, over 1, up 1, over 1, up 1, over 1. That one's fun. I'm going to do one more. And then I'm going to go ahead and make this one a solid line. Once again, solid because it is or equal to. Now we've got some shading. Read it. It says y is greater than. Where are my greater than values? Are they above the line or below the line? And the answer is greater than is above the line. So if you have some trouble, start on your y intercept there. Draw a line up, that's above your line. Draw a line down, that's below your line. So basically, all the shading means that anything in this area right here will be a solution to this inequality. So I could plug in any of these points and it would work out in that inequality. One left. The reason I put this one on here is because it was not in slope-intercept form. We're going to move it just like an equation. If it was y equals mx plus b, we're just going to keep our inequality the way it is. unless we ever divide or multiply by a negative. Then we would flip that around. But on this one, I don't think we're going to have to do that. Let's solve it and see. So the first thing, I need to switch my 5x to the other side. So I have 4y. It says less than there. Keep it less than. And it's negative 5x now, minus 8. So switch the side, switch your sign. That's all the same as normal. Now go through and divide by 4. Now here would be the step where our inequality might switch, but this one is a positive 4, so we do not need to switch it at all. So it's y is less than still, negative 5/4. Can't reduce it, so I'm going to leave it as is. And this is minus 2. Now notice our symbol, we're going to have to use a dashed line for that one, so be careful when you get to that step. So we're going to start at negative 2. Man, a lot of these start at negative 2. Then we get to go down 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ooh, out of room. So let's try that again. We'll say positive 5, negative 4 instead. So we'll go up 1, 2, 3. Whoops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And back 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I'm going to check this. Yep, I can tell that's going to be a negative line. It's falling from left to right. Now that's all I can fit on here, so I guess that's going to have to be good enough. And I need to make a dashed line. Now this one says less than, so instead of shading above the line, I'm going to shade below. So, recap that again. Less than is shades below the line, and greater than shades above. So in case you're forgetting your signs, your less than is the one that points to the left, and your greater than points to the right.